Hi, and welcome back to Transitional Changes Mission Podcast Show. This is your host, Queen Summers.
And your host, King Summers.
Thankfulness is what emerges when we recognize that someone else's effort created a benefit for us. We feel grateful for gifts given, kindness is extended, and time invested. The feeling of gratitude motivates us to consider ways that we might pay it forward by showing care and thoughtfulness to others.
Yes, my queen. And that's why I was joking with my queen wife about how she said that she is done shopping, which I don't believe. But anywho, I was trying to make an example that if she does not give me nothing, nor do my family nor do my princes give me nothing, it's especially in these times that I pray by what I'm about to say that everybody look at each other for this. And that is to have each other.
That's right. The French word Noel is often used around Christmas, but what was its original meaning in Latin?
I think that is hey.
Hey? For Noel? No. It was birth. You can definitely see why Noel became so synonymous with Christmas. If your country celebrates Christmas, when do the endless Christmas songs begin in the shops? Which Christmas song do you find the most enjoyable listening to?
Silent Night.
I enjoy listening to Oh Holy Night.
And main reason why that song is hardened to me is this is the Temptations. The Temptations. They put it in on that song.
Right. And among Christians who lived in the East, when was Christmas originally celebrated?
I would think that
And listeners, you can also write in at tcmissionspeaks@gmail.com and tell us your answer as well. I'm going to say January 4th, maybe. Well, in the West, Christmas was always celebrated on December 25th. Now, except for a select few, like the Armenians, almost everyone who celebrates Christmas does so on December 25th. But it was not always that way. They used to celebrate it on January 6th. Sometimes people complain that they're expected to be happy over Christmas, and this expectation annoys them. What do you feel about the obligation to be happy?
The obligation to be happy is needed, especially in these pandemic times. Right. Pray that Transitional Changes, by you spreading the word about Transitional Changes, to listen to this show. This is a family-friendly show always. We might go into next year with some other changes, but as of right now, we are a family-friendly show. You can go to speakers.com. That's our host. Pull up all our shows. All our shows are family-friendly events that is currently going on in the world today. And that is on speakers.com. That's SPEAKER.com.
You can also follow us on our Facebook page, Transitional Changes Mission. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram. We're everywhere. When we accomplish a goal or contribute in an important way, we feel pride in our own abilities, whether it's getting the promotion you worked hard for or sticking to a fitness goal for 6 weeks or more. Recognizing our own abilities provides us with the necessary motivation to continue setting and achieving goals in the future. At this time, if you don't have any goals set, because it is a new year right around the corner, I would look into meditating on some new goals, some new things that you would like to transition into.
Yes, and that is another thing with Christmas. That's what hopefully that most people got out of me expressing about my birthday being so close to Christmas. It's the same with people that look at Christmas. You have half of a month, majority of the month, to celebrate Christmas. The day after Christmas, there are tradition things that other cultures do, or the New Year's in the States, January the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind will convert or hit the gas pedal and start preparing for the New Year's. And with the workforce, I looked at all this time, vacation times. Some people like to go to warm weather places, or just having a break among each other. And with the pandemic, that is one thing that has been forced upon a lot of families now. But Transition to Changes Mission Podcast Show is here for if you are at your house, been there from March of this year or been there since October. If you run out of things to do or while you're doing something, pop in that speakers.com app. You can listen to us anywhere.
That's right. What animal parts were the first artificial Christmas trees made from? Animal parts.
The antlers?
Good one. It was goose feathers painted green. These feather trees were first made in Germany during the 19th century. Another form of artificial Christmas trees were wooden pyramids. They were painted green and lit by candles.
Wow.
So if you can't afford to get a tree this year, go back to the way that it once was in the 19th century. Pluck you a couple feathers or find you a couple feathers and paint them green. Or you can get creative and get you some wood at Lowe's and come up with a wooden pyramid and paint it green. And then decorate some candles around it. There is a way to be festive on a budget.
And you can go to Google. That's one thing that I was promoting about the knowledge that can expand your mind about global. Because global traditions are different and sometimes on different days. Just for instance, as China. The China Asian places, China celebrates, Zodiac New Year's is celebrated on January the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
Here in the States, New Year's is January the 1st. Kwanzaa is celebrated December the 26th here in the States or around the globe. That's the African American holiday. Right. That is celebrated as much as like the Hanukkah of the Jews. So you got different cultures, and even though you sounded on your tradition and your religions, there's nothing wrong behind closed doors. While you're in there with your family, y'all can do research and learn how other cultures celebrate different holidays. That will give a person a variety of knowledge to learn and embrace each other's diversity.
Absolutely. We feel serene or content when we find ourselves in circumstances that feel right and easy. Think of a lazy Sunday morning with the family or enjoying the calm and quiet of a walk through a garden. Serenity encourages us to savor the present moment and reevaluate our priorities, deepening our understanding of ourselves.
Yes. If you've been in the house with your family, like I would stay half of the year, or you just coming home now on a vacation, there's nothing wrong with trying different tradition, diversity, culture ways of celebrate these two next holidays.
Right. And since you like Silent Night so much, I got a last question for you, King. In what country did Silent Night originate? It didn't come from the Temptations.
Wow, that blows, man. I was just about to say United States.
No, it came from Austria. Shout out to Austria for Silent Night, for helping my husband play it every night during the holiday season. Its original German title was Heilige Nacht. The lyrics were written by Joseph Moore in 1816, and the music was composed by Franz Xavier Gruber in 1818. So now you know your favorite holiday song originates. That brings me to my last to the happiness realm, and that is interest. We get curious about the world when we encounter something new and feel safe to explore it. Whether it's binge reading articles or what the King and I have done, a lot of Google research. With having interest, it invites us to explore and learn so that we gain knowledge. And this knowledge that we're gaining, we're passing down to future generations through our children. The knowledge that you gain, who are you passing it to? Think about it.
Yes, my people. And that knowledge could be expressed in a new way. That's a challenge for everybody. Think of some new ways of doing this Christmas. To the smallest to the big. And write at tcmissionspeaks@gmail.com.
And the last one is amusement. From refined laughter, amusement, or humor is the emotion tied to laughter. Most psychologists cite this as non-serious social incongruity as the source of our humor when we simultaneously perceive an event from two different or even incompatible perspectives. Think of your favorite bad pun, but whatever it is that makes you happy, what makes you laugh. When we do it with others, we strengthen our bonds to those people even more. So hope is the positive emotion we feel when we envision a brighter future and often helps us through hard times. Although it may be accompanied by fear or sadness, hope pushes us to take steps to create a better tomorrow through sustaining optimism and resilience. When we see another person act from the best of themselves, we are inspired to strive for our best, whether we witness an act of high moral character or a performance displaying excellence and mastery. Inspiration helps us to connect the greatness in others to the potential for greatness in ourselves.
We have to take change. Now, what I'm about to explain is that from January the 1st, a child or a person can be inspired to do good due to this one day of the year. A child knows that how Christmas was promoted to a child, that if they do good throughout the year, Santa Claus will give them abundance of toys. If they do bad, they might get a sock of coal. But you can still promote that, but try to change the materialism ways of doing that. Flip it to where you always doing good if you are here for others, if you choose to be a servant to each other, to be positive energy to each other and spread that. And this can be done every day of the year. Change the mind states of looking for a reward. And especially if that reward could be shown to be materialistic. Yes, don't get it wrong that I enjoy the blessings of me seeing my children or anybody as I have expanded, but as me seeing that morning of my child saying that she want an item, I went out and got it, wrapped it up. The day that she showed me, I could remind her, hey, now you know if you mess up, you ain't gonna get this now. Daddy Claus ain't going to get this gift for you.
Right.
And that can change her in the spur of the moment. But as we grew, I'm working with my 4-year-old princess to enjoy the holiday of just being with me, Queen Summers, and your younger princess. Be there for each other throughout life. At this time, if you have something that you do not need, always have in the back of your mind that is somewhere in this globe, somebody is doing worse.
Right. And something is truly awesome when it pulls us in and brings us a sense of connectedness to something bigger than ourselves. Grandiose goodness or beauty, like a view of the starlit sky from a remote place, can stop us in our tracks, overpowered by wonder and respect. All transforms our views on the world